Oh my God. Where is that? Now I don't have the thing. Where is it? Here it is. There we go. No, don't you do it. Don't do it. Okay. It's my house and I live here. Hello. Hello, beautiful people. Money. Money, 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 money. Money. Money, 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 money. Not the pennies. We don't want to put the pennies in here. Just in case I need a toll. I'll keep some pennies in there. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? I'm sorry that I have not been present 100% because I've been working on the car. Looked like it got dark. Did it get dark? What's up? Come on. Oh, that's not gonna help. Oh, just filming in this situation. I saw your comments and I'm gonna respond because it helps with the algorithm. But the person who asked what type of vehicle I have a Hyundai Santa Fe, an older model Hyundai Santa Fe, which might be just as big in the back as the RAV, but I had to remember how I set it up the first time I did this. I removed the seat. That's why I had that space, because trying to crawl around in here with this seat in here ain't no joke. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. Who's that? I can't see. Remember, when I'm out here, I can't see your hi. So I'm going to post the shorts of what I had to do yesterday. We finally got the camera, the dash cam working. So it films inside the car, front of the car, outside of the car, and I think a little around the perimeter. We finally got that done, which is important. I wanted something that would work. I don't know if it's working 24/7. I got to look and see. But a subby sent me this. So I want to thank the subby who sent me the dash cam. Thank you for thinking of me and my security and all that good stuff. So I'm thinking also about bringing the larger, which is not super large, EcoFlow. I'll show you that, guys. It doesn't take up any more room than this little one does. As a matter of fact, the little one takes up more space. I mean, I could stack it at night, stack it on top of something, but the little one is cute, but the big one, I can use my induction top to cook if it's a rainy day. I could use my induction top to cook. So I did order some window guards because this car, like the other car I had, didn't have window guards. So I got the window guards so that if it's raining or whatever, I can crack and stuff won't come in. And I can always keep air flowing through here. That EcoFlow, I think it's the Delta 2 Max. Anyway, it says I can comfortably run something that's 1800 watts for a good 45, 60 something, over 60 minutes or whatever. I never cook anything at this point that takes that long. I just don't. So, like I said, it's heavy. So I was with the electrician yesterday, and I'll show you guys what we did, a little bit of that. I'll make a short on that. He said we can probably put in something. I don't know what we're going to do because this man is always doing extra. He always does extra. Where I can, if I have to charge it by plugging it in, then I'll be able to do that without moving it, because it's not something you want to keep moving in and out. You just don't. That thing is heavy. My other concern, though, is the refrigerator and that heavy power station is only going to be on one side of my vehicle. Is that good or bad, or it shouldn't matter? Because what's going to happen is the seats are still going to be here. The power station refrigerator is going to be over there. This seat is coming out, so it's not going to be too much heavy on this side of the vehicle at all. Not even just a piece of wood to extend my the bed out. I'm sure I'm gonna have to answer these questions later. Y'all, I'm tired. I'm just tired. I've been so drained. Running around doing what I have to do, but thank goodness I got people to steer me in different directions, but it's the travel to get to certain places. So at the time when I say certain things, I definitely mean them because that's the space that I'm in. Someone had mentioned that they thought I hated van life. They thought I hated living outside. They thought I hated it. I hate the fact that it can be quite uncomfortable. I hate the fact that it's sometimes hard to find some place to park, depending on where you are. Right? At that time, I did hate it because I became the lady that lives in the van in the parking lot. Some Karens were complaining, and things just started to be not nice. If people could have left me alone to do what I needed to do, it would have been fine, but it didn't do that, and it was very, very, very stressful. I paid to park there, and it still was a problem, but okay, I get it. But I don't hate this lifestyle in the sense of, um, let's put it like this. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do, right? Um, I'm not the type of person to lay up or live off someone for free. People will say they want to help you, but a lot of people will help and hurt you at the same time. And I think some of you can relate to what I'm saying. They will help, they will hurt at the same time. They will, and I've been through this in and out of my life. I've been through it, I've experienced it. That the only thing they wanted me to do was go to school was my cousin. She never rode my bike back. She never argued with me. She was happy about every milestone that I made. Anything that was positive and productive, she was right there. She was the only one I can honestly say, except for someone I dated, and we lived together. Except outside of that, it's a lot of people. Oh yeah, you could stay here. Yeah, what you need? And then because it's a whole thing when you're in other people's space. So I'd rather be in my own space, in a space. Now this time around it's different because I'm on a mission to save as much money as I can to do my horse thing, right? I need to and sure, if I sit and look for grants and all that stuff, but the thing that works with loans and grants and funding and stuff, you have to first prove that you have a foundation to do something. It's not that easy. I don't think they're giving out a lot of money for startup businesses anymore like they used to, because they're finding that people don't do the nuts and bolts of things, and then they just don't last, and then there's just money down the drain. I never want that to be something that I do. I want to do it on my own first to make sure it's something I want to do and something that I want to continue. I know it's what I want to do. Do I want to continue to do it? How hard is it going to be? How difficult is it going to be? I've been writing out a strategy for months now of how I want it to be. But I don't even I need money to fund these things, to do these things. And having this channel is one plus, because I get to, let me see something here. I'm sorry. Does your Why would you ask a question like that? Who is that? Who's that? Oh my goodness, I can't see your name. You always pay a price for free help one way or another. Yes, absolutely. You do. I just finished experiencing that. And I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, it's true. It's best to stand on your own 2 feet and help yourself. No, I already have 2 businesses. I still have my fitness business that I keep my license up with, and now I started a horse business. I think it was the end of last year. Um, First, before I even started the business, I got business. So I was already teaching and already introducing kids to the world of amazing horses. And then I said, okay, I can do this. I like to check myself before I go spending money, because I did spend money to call. I don't even know what the hell I was thinking. You know what? I wasn't in the right frame of mind. I wasn't around the right frame of people again. So I started something which was a waste of money. I started something and said, wait a minute. And then I realized, after being, you know, in the mix of it, that that's not the route I want to go. So let me dissolve that business, that LLC. And then I started another one, which this one works just perfectly fine with what it is. And I love it. I love it. It's just that it's taking time. I mean, we had a rough winter, and then I didn't end up with a horse that I thought I would end up with, who was the most gentle giant you could possibly ever, one of the top ones you could ever meet. But it just didn't work out. And so now I have to do something else, because I can't do my business without a horse. That's like, how do you have a horse business? You don't have a horse. So, but I'm speaking to people, I'm speaking to my guys, I'm speaking to people, and they are trying to do what they can for me. Um, oh, hey, you. I have an LLC. I don't play with DBAs too much, because you never know what can happen. Doing business as just, I like to have the LLC because it's just more protection than a DBA. So I invested in doing that, and I like it, and I like what I do. But again, a wrench got thrown in it, and plus I'm trying to build out. And Sophie, I don't know if you know, but there are hundreds upon hundreds of people that do this because they don't really have any other option, or they do it to travel in and all these types of things. Everything is still secure in here. It's just sometimes you do certain things, but I don't think that has anything to do with anything. Because people travel and there may not be a hotel ready or whatever. There's no difference that if you travel somewhere and there's nowhere to stay, you sleep in your car. I mean, it is what it is. So if this is what it is what it is. So I don't, um, I think these days you can take anything and make it a camper. Now, whether or not you can get RV insurances, you can't, because first of all, something has to be done by a professional place. And especially in the state that I'm in, they don't want to give you jack here. So um, oh, oh, honey, yeah. No, that's a house. Yeah, that's a house. That's different. Anytime you do anything to your house, um, I've been told some horror stories that someone's toilet broke, and they had to fix their toilet, and the neighbor across the street was complaining that they were doing work without a permit, and then the permit people came. People don't know how to mind their business. That's what it is. People need to mind their business. They're mad because you do things that they didn't think of doing, or they can't do. So now they're mad at you. And so now they want to try to get you in trouble. So I'm going to post the video tomorrow. Guys, you got to watch it. I did a tour of something that is I've never seen it like this before. Um, it's something you can live in, but I said I'll wait till tomorrow to post it. I don't know what time I'm gonna post it. I want to make sure I post it when it's good to post. But man, it was really an amazing thing. It was such an amazing thing. Um, so I'm kind of like, you know, but yeah, hun, a house is different, you know, and people give you heck for that. Like, can I change a door in my? This is what I'm saying. If you're not living on top of each other with neighbors so close you could toss a hard boiled egg, or even maybe one that's not hard boiled to them, people are paying 700, a half a hundred thousand, 700, 800, $900 to live all on top, and then acting like it's all a HOA because you got nosy neighbors who want to be in your business. This is why I'm trying to save to do different things, because, you know, get out of my life. Like, mind your business, go do, these people, they complain about every single thing. Like, they just in their house peeping out, arguing. And what's crazy is they don't realize that they do not own that house. They don't really own that house. You know how I know they don't own that house? Because if they don't pay the taxes on that house, guess whose house it is? The house is something. This is how I look at houses in areas like the area I'm in and the areas I go to. That house is to help you gain some wealth. That house is to help you gain some wealth, right? So you stay in there, you pay it off, and if you bought it at 100,000, and by the time you pay it off, it's probably worth 400,000 or 500,000, because if you pay it for 30 years, then you can benefit off of it. But if you don't, you will get not much. You will not get much. And even after you have paid it off, you still are paying what someone is paying in rent, but you just have a house that that has equity in it. Apartment doesn't give you equity at all. Apartment is just throwing money down the toilet. That's what an apartment is, right? A house, you hope to get full equity in it, if not some equity in it, but you better always hope you pay those taxes, because if you don't, it's not yours. And that's just the God honest truth. Hello, everybody. No, I'm not getting a van. No, no more vans. If I do anything, it'll be something bigger. Yes, oh my gosh, Sophie. You see what I'm saying? People just can't mind their business. You're in your house, around your house, doing your thing. And they're so that's because they're miserable, Sophie. No, we don't. We really don't. Your friend lost their condo due to that HOA stuff. Well, HOAs are horrible. I always said I don't want to live in nothing with no HOA, because they're horrible. They're horrible. Remember that lady that lost her house, that she lost it over, I think, I can't remember how much money it was some fees that she didn't know she was getting. I think it was all planned. She said she never got any. When she did get something, she thought it was like a newsletter. The way they did, and then they sold her house right up from underneath her for over 400 something thousand dollars. Beautiful home, beautiful home. I'm sorry, that is just. Can you imagine that? I hope they give her something. You never really. Subscriptions, you can. Well, that's why you have to have ways. See, this car got stuff in it, but that Cadillac that I had, you know what? That Cadillac, Lord have mercy. Boy, if I knew what I know now, that Cadillac drove me crazy. That Cadillac was like the kit car. It did whatever it wanted to do. It talked to me. The dealership was calling me to tell me it's time for service. I said, how do you know this? Are you listening to my conversations? Like, and the thing would just tell me it's time for you to do this, it's time for you to do that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So I don't use any. I could see the navigation, me driving down streets and stuff like that, but nothing's. I don't have my phone hooked up to it. Matter of fact, when I had the other car, the police pulled me over. He's like, "This is a really nice car. I think I've told this story before. It's a really nice car. Why don't you have the Bluetooth, the phone to it?" I said, "Because I don't like that thing." He's like, "You don't like it?" I'm like, "No, I don't. I don't like it. So I'm just gonna give you a warning." But no, I don't, it just was weird. I don't, and I tried to get an older car to prevent from that, getting that, but this one got bells and whistles in it too. This one be trying to talk smack too, and I'm just like, shut up. I'm like, what are you talking? Like, what are you saying? Like, it's sometimes it's just too much. Let me see this. The video is up on my channel. Oh, wow. And somebody's paying $430 a month for, child, you know what you can do with $430 a month? So you're paying for them to aggravate you. Like I say, we pay for food to kill us. We're paying so much more money for food that ain't food. Oh, wow. Well, I don't have a new car, and I don't, Kit was monitored. Yeah. Yeah, HOAs. Yeah, no, I don't dig them. I don't know what's the purpose of them, just to pull more money out of you. Um, I have no idea. I just know I don't want to live in one. Um, I'm I don't know where you guys are living. I know one said New York. I know in the Carolinas they're making more HOAs, more communities with HOAs and stuff like that. I would say the best bet is to find a piece of land and build a own little community. I don't know what the purpose of doing all of this. Well, the other car I had, the seats would heat up. It was a lot in that car. It was a lot. I don't care for them. My thing is I will keep getting used cars. I At this point of my life, I don't have a desire for a new car. Anything, all the flashy cars and all the nice, yeah, it's all nice. It's nice to ride in there and feel good. But I would rather my money go elsewhere. I would rather keep living a free life. So I would rather just save as much as I can, and I follow the laws. Like, I had to take, as soon as I got a letter, thank God it came straight to my box, because as soon as I got the letter about you didn't, I didn't know what it was for, but I had to turn in my license plates. Before, you used to keep license plates forever. But my thing is, when it was time for me to renew anything, I would just make the one stop shop. But no, you can't do that. So I try to handle my business accordingly, and stay on top of things. I try, but sometimes, I didn't pay for anything with the car. I can't see your name. Did I tell anything wrong? Let me know if I said anything too much. Let me know. Cause I just be me and I just share stuff and don't worry about whatever because I mean I don't tell everything. Absolutely not. I don't tell everything, but I am kind of chronicling my life, so and my decisions to like do certain things and well if they put it like this, I wouldn't have to be in here if they made rents more affordable and they pay more on jobs and they have more jobs available and stuff like that. I wouldn't have to do what I'm doing. So wait a minute, what? I have no idea. They don't care. Really? Foreclosures? Really? I didn't hear. Well, when you watch the certain shows, they act like we're in a great space. This woman on the stock channel, CNC something, CNB, no, it's not that. It's CN, it's something, the stock channel. She was on The View. She's a white woman with blonde hair. And excuse me, she was saying that, you know, it may not look like it, but things are really getting better. Things are better. I'm like, Lord, what life is she living? Now, if you're rich or you're well off, you got support, yeah, things probably do look good for you. But if you're living in a vehicle, you can't find a job or you can't do something or your health is or you can't afford this, then no, it's not good. So it's really in the eyes of who's telling the story, but having the platform that she has, I mean, my goodness, she really said that things are getting better. The economy's better, the prices are better, rent's better. She really said, I'm like, lady, what life are you living? Like, oh my gosh, like for her to say this and, God bless her because she obviously lives a good life, and she doesn't have to worry about those things. So, I mean, what can you say, Again, people wouldn't have to opt to. I've been seeing a lot of seniors living in their vehicles. I think a lot of them are part-time though. They just want to venture out, but God bless them. They're 80 and 70 and 80 years old and they're out here doing it and building out their little cars and stuff like that. Hey, go for it. But and there's people that are forced to it and there's few people who don't have that second place to be, you know. But like I said, I'm just trying to do my thing and do the best that I can with it, with what I got. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I was sitting there, I was working on the car yesterday. This big ass raccoon came walking past here. So now I don't like raccoons. Y'all know if you've been following me, you know I don't like raccoons. So I'm just looking. I hope he just went on somewhere else and not to look back. But yeah, so I'm still at the early stages of it. I am gonna let you guys know the whole, like, every little bit that I do. This is a simple build. This is a simple build. I'm not trying to have a house in a vehicle like I have in the past. The day I have a house in a vehicle, it will be a RV. It will not be a van. It will be an RV. But I'm gonna show y'all something, and y'all gonna trip when you see this. Oh shit! Sorry. It's amazing. You guys are gonna be like, whoa, because it is really amazing. But I'll post tomorrow. Tomorrow. What is this? I don't. Oh, I was gonna say I'm trying to read and understand that. I didn't understand, Sophie, what you were saying. But yeah, I wanted to come on and shout out to you guys. The lady from the stock channel, she's this woman who definitely has done probably well in her life, has family backup, has money, she anybody that could say something like that is completely and totally out of touch with reality and what's really out here, because they've been sheltered. They got to now, if you come from some hard times, you have to work your way up to that. What, when bad is bad and when good is good. She has no concept, and she was on The View. She has no concept of what's going on out here because she's in her own world. And I don't remember her name, but she's on the stock channel. Yeah, she's on the stock channel. I don't remember her name though. Oh, life is totally better when you have money. Yeah, no, she doesn't have any stress. She don't have not money stress. For her to say that the prices are going down, rents are better, the economy is better, despite what you might see or think, it is really getting better. I'm like, and I'm sitting here like, because I'll sit here and watch on my phone, and I'm like, yep, it's getting better. I mean, it's better than it was, but I just spent more money for food. I spent more money for gas. I'm lucky I have people that help me out with the electrical part of any bill that I have, because if I had to pay for that, it would not be happening to the degree that I would want it to happen. And they know what they're doing. God has blessed me since 2017 with this person, so I still got the receipt from the very first time I went to him, and he's been hooking me up ever since 2017. Okay, 2017. So it's nice to have somebody that can look over things and say, why don't we do it this way? I'm telling you, he loves what he does, and if I say cut a hole here, cut a hole, he's always happy to cut a hole somewhere. Like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. You want me to put a hole there? I'll do it. Like, so I'm like, oh Lord, have mercy. I would do more to this little thing, because it's not, if it's a trade-in, somebody will be hella happy. Because y'all know I'm going to put it all the way in when I do go into something. We are being distracted. Oh, yeah, I don't even listen to those. I don't do the sports thing. Yes, it is. Yep, TSA. Can you imagine? Someone said to me, earlier, like, Mia, I thought about you when I saw on the news how the lines are so long with TSA because people waited, and they said you wouldn't be able to handle that. I said I would not even tried it. I would have did my homework first and saw what was going on. And if they said TSA's walked away, I would be canceling that flight. I wouldn't be going nowhere. I'd be like, get in the car. Let's go. Get in the car. Get in the car. Because we're not flying anywhere. So, yeah, it's, things are what they are. It's sad. It's really sad. But we just have to keep doing we got to keep holding on. It's tiresome. I felt like, again, I was coming down with something. So I took a lot of stuff to. That's probably why I've been feeling so drained and stuff, because so much was going on with me, and I wasn't eating the way I should, and I feel like the files need to be. I don't know all of what they're doing when it comes to these files and things. I just stay away from it. You know why, Sophie? Because it's the game that they're playing. They know they're dirty. They know they did wrong. How much of a say do most of us really have? They're going to keep playing games. They're going to keep doing whatever. They don't respect women. They don't. After all women have been through to try to get all kinds of passes, and they still don't. They still don't. And they're gonna still keep doing what they do. This is going to pass, and or do whatever it's going to do. I think what we need to stay focused on right now is making sure people do what they need to do so that we're okay, right? And we know these administrations throughout our time has been dirty, um, corrupt, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I don't want to watch that stuff because I don't want to stress. I got enough stress trying to find a horse and continue my business and keep doing what I'm doing and getting this little mobile home together, I guess you can say something. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't taken my C or D yet, but I took a lot yesterday. And also I be popping zing. I'm like, did I really escape this winter without getting sick? Now I'm gonna try to get sick. Because a friend of mine called me from California and she was coughing. She was like her sister was sick and she was just like, she sound bad. I'm like, oh gosh. And she's like, Mia, make sure you wash your hands all the time and make sure you do this and make sure. I'm like, I was on it that night because I was like, is this what I'm feeling? Like, oh no. Let me go take care of myself. Yeah, they got their little greasy hands in every place, which really sucks because yeah, we don't know how to leave people alone. I don't know what the issue is. You know, honestly, Sophie, I hear all this stuff. I'm not dumb to it, you know, in any means, but I try to. It's just a big vicious circle. You know, things keep going around and around and around and around, and um, personally, I can't do anything about it. So until I hear that, oh, there's a solution to this or a solution to that, let me know if I got to run away. Let me know if I got to pack up and jet out of town. And that's when I'll go. And but other than that, I don't. I'll let the Goshen preppings and all the prep people handle that and let us know what's up. I'll let the other commentators who keep up with this stuff let us know what's up because I'm I need to do what I got to do. I'm trying to just be happy in my life, live one day at a time, and prepare myself for whatever I would need to prepare myself for, and then let the rest be. Thank you guys for the thumb up. Oh, I can't see that. Oh, I need a better setup. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I really wanna just there's things I need to get, things I need to do, and yeah, I look forward to it. I look forward to doing what I gotta do. Oh, I got plenty. Well, they always say, so some guy came on and he was talking about, you know, all the people that are telling people everything they, oh, one day I'm going to get it right. He was telling people about, a few people were saying all the foods and all the prep they got for something to happen. When something happens, it's not when, if, it's just like it's coming because of all the rotten things that this country does to other people. So people in the comments were saying, how dumb are these people to tell people what they got? Like anybody that knows you, knows about you, whether it be the mailman, the UPS person or whatever, they see you making these videos, they're like, wait, I know that lady. I delivered to her. They're gonna come knocking on your door. I have some things, and I already told everybody that I know. There's only one person that I'm picking up in this area, and it might be another one if I can go in that direction. But outside of that, if y'all don't have your prep stuff, I don't know what to tell you. Because that little compartment back there, and then I'm going to get that top. Someone said they was doing some research on some tops. Like I did see a couple of inexpensive ones, but I don't want anything too cheap because I don't want it to blow off, crack, or leak. But I'm truly to the point where it's like, yeah, as long as I could, do what I have to do. Um, I'm only bringing somebody with me so they can watch my back. They gotta watch my back. I have solar already, but I probably won't attach it to anything. You know what? Listen, you know what, Sophie? Let me explain something to you about YouTube. When people find out that this is a way they can make money, they will sell their souls. This is why I'm not up to an extremely large amount. I think in the beginning I shared enough of my life, my personal life, because I was just didn't know what I was doing. I'm always authentic. And if there's something, I'm not going to lie to you. I won't lie to you. But also, I won't say everything, right? Whatever I share, it's these days, whatever I share, it's nothing, it's nothing too personal because my videos are about horses. My video, even though I have a horse channel, so it won't be a lot of horses on this channel, but on the other channel and my Instagrams. Um, and about me getting through a whole bunch of stuff, arriving to where I am. If you want to know, you go back to the other videos that I made that tells you a little bit about me and how I got to where I am and how I'm moving through it. And it's about how I'm saving money, how I'm cutting back on things, how I'm back into the car, and it's part time because I do have I'll be in and out, more in than out probably, but just it's just life and things that happen. And I do this to give other people, and I will repeat this again at some point, but to give people other options. That don't be afraid when someone says, oh, I could never do that, oh, why would you do that, that's crazy, or whatever. No, how you're living is probably crazy. How you're living is probably crazy. Anytime you gotta numb yourself in order to get through whatever situation you're in, there's a problem. There's a huge problem. So I'm just like, wait till, okay, when I put, make sure you watch this video tomorrow, Sophie. Because I'm gonna post this video tomorrow. Wait till you see this video. The other thing is name. A lot of people try to hide their name, but if somebody wants it, they find it. I mean, they've done it to me. When I was being trolled, somebody was on me like white on rice. Oh my gosh. They tried to find everything. They got my phone number that I had for years, and I ended up changing it. And it sounds like accents. Now, it sounds like I'm learning some stuff, but again, I could have definitely and can still bring a huge lawsuit to these people once we gather more information, a little bit more, because they disrupted my book sales. They slandered my name. People didn't want to hire me. People were calling and saying there's a lot of stuff on the internet about you that's bad. So really, that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm not a celebrity. So therefore, you can celebrities. I'm just an influencer. I'm a creator, right? I'm not a celebrity. Okay. somehow they thought that they can just take normal people and talk smack about and not pay any consequences. And I heard they're coming out of a different country too, the people that did this to me. So my next book will have my name on it. And so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. I mean, a reason why I chose a pseudonym in the beginning, because I thought I could get away from them, but it didn't work the way I thought. But that's okay. A time will come. A time will come. And it's going to be a good day when it does. Oh, I play around. You know something? Um, yeah, I know. Shaking your head. Yeah, it's crazy. Um, I play around with what is that? Face. What is that called? Face swap. It's something. I thought it was funny. I thought it was so funny to do that. You know, people can do whatever they want. You know, people, listen, all this technology and the AI and the face swap and the face change and whatever that stuff is called. I did it. I put myself on Marilyn Monroe. I put myself on Angelina Jolie and stuff like that. But yeah, it's all interesting. But again, like, this is what they have developed. So this is what it is. I'm not gonna this is a job for me. And it happens to be a job that I share part of my life. I share my trials and tribulations. I share my downs and ups and successes. I talk about real life things. I talk about experiences that I've had, that maybe I was mistreated, done wrong, whatever the case you want to, whatever. And I usually don't say names, but people get offended because they know what they did and they know that it's them that I'm probably referring to. So I don't say names. I don't say businesses when I have, unless like I go into a McDonald's and it sucks. I'm going to let them know I went into McDonald's and it sucks. But there's other things that I won't say out loud because, again, the way I feel about certain things is that even though a business treated you bad, there are people there that need their jobs, that are working. And I always remember that. So if I go slandering businesses that I know that people need their jobs, I know that someplace, if it's a small business, now if it's a business like Burger King or McDonald's or something, that's different. People ain't gonna stop eating that shit, but they're gonna be on. But if it's a small business, I'm careful about putting the name of small businesses out because people need their jobs. And some of the jobs that they have, they're not that available. So I want to be careful about that. But as long as my message get out there that, hey, your business didn't treat me right. You did me dirty. You threw me under the bus. You talked behind my back. You act like you did so much for me. You threw stuff in my face. You know, you purposely tried to do this. You purposely tried to do that. You talk out of two sides of your mouth. Like, I'll say certain things so they'll know this is how I feel. And fix it. Do right. You know what I'm saying? Do right. Do right by people. Just do right. You know? Is that $550? Well, $550 is not bad, but doesn't include water and stuff. I know one place in Jersey, it's $1,100 a month plus $35 for, or 30, 25 or 45, depending on how fast you want your electric or something to come in. I still don't think that's bad when you're not going to get jack worth the crap for $1,100 around here. unless you get real lucky. So $1,100 a month to park your RV, $550 to park your RV. If it comes out to $800 or $900 a month, that is still very good. That is still very good. Um, and you get to be in nature, and you don't have to stay forever. You can bounce all over the place. I know some people that have places, they pay all year round for their spot in Florida. I know 3 people now. I didn't know one, then I met another one, then I met another one. And I don't know how much they're paying, but yeah, there's a few people that are in Florida. They go to Florida, they go to California, and they stay at RV places. Sometimes I wish they would share what the cost is. Maybe they don't want to share because they don't want people flocking there, and then they don't have a space. So I get it. I was told this morning when somebody was talking to me about horses, just zip it, lock it, put it in your pocket, and throw the key away. So yeah, it's it's all good. I can't wait. But when I post this video tomorrow, I'm telling you, wait till y'all see this video tomorrow. I will post this video tomorrow. It's already together. It's already ready to go. And wait till you see what I'm posting. It's just wow. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Do you think that's a lot? When you say wow, wait, Malika, is that you? I can't see names, but is that you, Malika? I didn't know that was you. Is that you? It looks like I can see the real something. That's funny. But yeah, that's not a bad price. Honestly, that's not a bad price. I mean, RV parks used to be like maybe what, $100 a month, 200, but since so many people can't afford so many things, the RV parks are benefiting. And listen, if they have to keep it, and remember that they still have a water bill to pay, they still have electric to pay, and with stuff going up, when I wanted to go to the one here in Jersey for the winter, the only reason why I couldn't go was because I didn't have a gray water tank. They were not going to let me dump my stuff the way that I was dumping it. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to stay there. And also, you need a heated hose too. You get a heated hose because it won't freeze when the water comes. I didn't know nothing about that, so I learned that. But I couldn't stay. I would have taken the van. I would have stayed there the whole winter, had some peace and fun, but I didn't have the right hookup. I had the electrical hookup, I had the running water hookup, but I did not have a waste hookup. So they said I could, and they was like, well, we look forward to seeing you, please feel free. I was like, okay, I didn't want to tell them that my water ran to the ground, and that I emptied my little toilet out where, so I couldn't do it. No, Malika, you have to remember that 550 is good. It's in Florence, South Carolina. Oh, a 2-year. Oh, so now they doing that? Oh, you're kidding me. Well, I guess maybe you could, but I'm thinking of being on the road. I'm not signing nothing for 2 years. That's number one. Two, I'm still not seeing where, I guess because I'm in Jersey, I'm still not seeing where that's more than a nice apartment. Maybe you could find something for 900. So what are you thinking? It's going to come to like $900 a month? So 550. The site that I called, right, the RV park, 1,100 a month plus 35 or 45 for Wi-Fi, electric, something. It was something, and that was it, right? That was it. I guess that included the water. I guess that included the hookup for electricity. No, no, I had to pay for that per month, which is like you got to pay gas and electric anyway. So you have to remember when you get these apartments that you say you have to pay for your own heat. A lot of the time, these new buildings they're putting up, your own heat, your own electricity, your own gas. If it's there, I've never had an apartment where I had free. I always had to pay electric and gas. So that's a bill right there. So I'm trying to understand where you guys are saying that that's a lot and you can get an apartment for that amount. You're going to still have to pay utilities. A lot of them aren't including utilities. Yeah, I mean, you always want something that's affordable, but like I said, where you going to live where you're not responsible for gas and electric, and if you're not responsible for gas and electric, then it's all in the rent, which then that means the rent goes up, right? I mean, I don't know. I stopped looking. Honestly, I stopped looking for an apartment. I stopped because I was like, this is ridiculous. So if something is 2,700, if you're the last place I looked at was they told me on the phone it was 2,300. I said, let me go see what this place is like. Not that I was gonna get it, but they said it was 2,300. I said, let me just go see what it looked like. This was 2 days. In 2 days, I get there. He says, oh, these apartments go fast. That one's gone, but I have something for 27. I said, if I called you on a $2,300 bill, what makes you think I want to pay 27? Oh yeah, they go fast. And he's telling me how the wages are going up in New York. I said, well, this is New Jersey. This isn't New York. This is New Jersey. What are you talking about? And then, so if it's 27, everything needs to be included. Is everything included at 2,700? A month? I would hope so, but I didn't ask those questions. I'm just assuming it should be. Do you think in the South suburbs really, really? I haven't seen rent at 550 nowhere. I mean, if you're on a fixed income, like many people who are retired. Oh, well, if you're talking about like retired people, for some, yeah. But I was even checking some apartments out in the South, and I saw a lot of expensive places. I saw a few that weren't, but then you got to know where you're moving to, because they make these buildings look really nice, and then when you get somewhere, it's like my sister's paying 2,500 for her apartment in New Jersey. The one bedroom start at 23, and 100. Yeah, yeah. There's a place where the studio is 2,000, and the parking, if you want to go park in the garage, it's 100. That's what I'm saying. Does that make any sense? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I've seen some apartments, the pictures on the rent.coms and the Zillows and all of that stuff look so nice, and then you pull up and you're like, is this the same? You got to be kidding me. Is this the same place? Everybody's just trying to bite off everything. That's the problem. Yeah, but you got to be careful with those sites, because once you call for it or you write them, they'll say we don't have any available. The one we had is gone. There's a lot of scams with everybody. I miss the days you can just go ring the super's bell and ask if there's any available apartments, because I've gotten screwed so many times. That's why I stopped looking. I've gotten screwed so many times trying to find an apartment using all of those online things, and they never do. Yep, they sure do. Shooting up, you wouldn't even get a room around here for 550. You're not getting a room unless it's in the deep in the hood of the urban area. You're not, unless it's somebody you know, like where I'm at, they understand my situation. So I didn't have to pay like an enormous amount of money, but I still had to pay, and I said for the winter months, well, the winter's lifting, so you know, I don't want to give up that next batch of money, so I'm trying to get out of here. But especially if the weather's nice, why do I need to be inside? But the weather slowed me down because this should have been done already. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, you're not getting nothing around here for $550 a month unless you know somebody or somebody knows somebody that's willing to help you out for a few months. 550. No, unless you've been somewhere for like 20 years and they said you're a good tenant and they'll take the 550 and won't bother trying to get somebody in they don't know. So yeah, it's expensive. Man, I've seen people want, this is what those photos are a lie. I'm telling you, unless it's a brand new building, those photos are a lie. You get there and as soon as you ask them, like they'll have the people come and then you'll see roach boxes, you'll see mice boxes, and you'll say, is there any rodent problem here? And be like, oh no, we stay up on, there's no, and then they'll be like, are you gonna be a problem? I'm like, maybe. For what you're asking for, maybe. This is why I can't do it. I can't do it. Lord Jesus, give me the strength to keep going because it's rough. It's rough. It's rough. They lie. They got and the supers that they're hiring. It's a hot mess. So if you can't afford 2,000 a month and better, pretty much you might as well forget it. Forget it. Even the raggediest of places got the nerve to be wanting 1900, 1800. These old ass buildings that they may have went in and upgraded a kitchen or a bathroom. Now they think they can just charge you all sorts. They can have it. Again, I'd rather go in and out of hotels. I'd rather pay a hotel. Again, that's what I'd rather do. And I ain't got to clean up after myself. Honey, the way they lie, y'all, I just didn't film all this stuff. I was looking so hard. I was looking so hard because I wanted to get out of the cold for the winter. The in and out places, oh my gosh, the places I went, I would say, like one place I went, they didn't even clean up the place. And that was one for 900. I said, ooh, girl, and it was alongside a parkway and it was down in a ditch with a wall. I would be scared to come home at night. I would have to get home early and not leave until late. Like, and they wanted 900. I said to the guy, he's sitting there on the counter just looking at me. I said, what is all this stuff? Oh, this is from the people who was here before. I said, so who's supposed to take this out? He goes, I guess you. I said, oh, you've got to be kidding me. This is not happening. This can't be happening. I'm not doing this. Yo, I went through it. When I tell you I've been through it, I've been through it. No. And this is why people are in relationships that they don't want to be in. They live in 70 and 7 even. Oh gosh, yes. The Let me tell you something. They said that Jersey has the lowest divorce rate. I live in Jersey. I know what I've experienced. And it's not that marriages are working out, it's just that they can't separate. They can't. It would cost them more to separate. So they live these other alternative lifestyles. They be doing all kinds of other stuff and acting like they single. Yep. They got their people on the side that they sleep with, that they go out with or whatever. Because it's not that the marriages are working out. If that person who's the breadwinner happens to leave, then they're going to have to end up paying more money if they leave. So they stay. And they make everybody else miserable out here. They make everybody else miserable. Trust me when I tell you, when I know, I know. They make everybody miserable because they're not happy in their relationships. So, and they're stuck. They feel like they're stuck. They don't think they can live in a van. They don't think they can get an RV and travel because they like that. They like that lifestyle that they have, and they're willing to sell their soul, their spirit, everything to keep whatever it is they have going. And it's sad because they come out here every day and make everybody else miserable. Everybody. And that is the truth. You had to get divorced? Who's that said they have to get divorced? Oh, well, I'm glad you got out of it. I'm so glad you got out of an abusive relationship. We will be talking about that stuff. I'm trying to keep my videos to mostly upgrading. And let me see what time it is. Okay, I've gone over 7 minutes. I try not to make this long. I really would like to keep it to 30, but then when you go live and people come in and they talk and stuff and they want to bring up other topics, and this is why people are like, what is she talking about? So I've already laid out, I've written everything down. I've laid out how I want my content to go and flow. So I'm glad you got out of that bad marriage. And for anybody else that's out there in a bad marriage, bad situation, bad living situation, I know you have to put up with it. I've experienced things myself. I know you have to put up with it for a moment, but no, there's always alternatives. You know, you have to pick the lesser of the two evils. You know, it may not be, you may not want to be in a car, be in an RV, or stay with a friend for a little while, but you keep going until it gets better, because it will get better. If not, then we just drop out and be done. But yeah, just know that it's all good, and I'm glad you got it. I hope that you're well. I hope that you're happy. I hope that you're moving forward. And yeah, so guys, I'm gonna go because one, I'm hungry, and two, um oh yeah, um Malika related to you. Yeah, but I gotta go, guys, because I don't want this. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for coming in. And we're gonna get this buggy together. Like, I'm picturing this thing looking like it can go in the back country of the woods of Canada somewhere. Another dream, another fantasy. See you guys in the next video, okay? Peace.